This video is going to be about our connection between thought leadership and sales. So to take it one step back, it is really hard to make contact with your decision maker these days. You really can't just visit the office anymore to do a cup of coffee with a director or with a VP. The best way to reach him is probably when he's behind a TV or on his iPad at 7 o'clock in the evening or on his phone after dinner. And that is exactly when we strike. I've already explained in a previous video of how we see thought leadership, and that doesn't change. So we still need a very good message. We still need to build trust and credibility. And we still need to really establish that authority. How do we do that? That's the interesting part at the end. We try to come up with the right message at the right time, but also with the right audience. So if we look at thought leadership from a communication perspective or from a marketing perspective, we are creating a lot of content, really sharp content. So in video, in text, in carousels, in pictures. But in our opinion, there's one element missing, and that is the sales/networking effect of it. That's also the reason why most of our thought leadership campaigns are LinkedIn first, because LinkedIn is such a tangible platform, especially when you're trying to build thought leadership. Because at one point you're building thought leadership, but you're also able to connect with the people you are trying to speak to. And that doesn't mean in a sales way, but if we're creating a lot of content, we of course want the right audience to listen to us. Usually when we start working with a thought leader or someone who wants to be a thought leader, the network is usually consisting out of friends and family, old colleagues and existing colleagues, and old classmates or people from university, and maybe some of their customers or prospects. We're trying to change that. So if we're putting a lot of effort in creating content, we're also trying to connect them with the right audience. And for that, we are using Sales Navigator. Sales Navigator, that is a tool of LinkedIn, official tool of LinkedIn, is able to target your audience in a very precise way. So if I want to target sales directors in the DACH region in Europe, for example, and sales directors with at least 10 years of experience, we can do that. And we can develop a plan of how you progressively get connected to that audience. So as you are creating content, you're also connecting with the right audience who then become part of your LinkedIn network. And that is how the LinkedIn algorithm works as well, is when they become a new member of your network, they are automatically exposed to the content that you're creating. And once we've established that list, we can start connecting to them. We can start reaching out to them with a personalized message, for example. But what then will happen is, because they join the network of the leader that we're working with, or from us even, for example, they would then be exposed to the content that we are creating. So the content we are creating all of a sudden gets a lot more relevant eyes to our content. So we will build trust at the audience that we're trying to reach. So then, if we would try to reach out to this product manager at this SaaS company or IT company, we already know in the back of our mind that if this person is going to check us out, they see the content that we're creating in our optimized LinkedIn profile. So in the back of our mind, we already know that they've actually seen our content already. To go back to the social selling story that we've talked about earlier, they are already familiar to our brand, to the person, but even to the company that we work with. So by that time, if we're reaching out to them, they're already further in our journey of getting to know us, which is giving us a great advantage. Once again, we are taking thought leadership as a concept and we're trying to nail the message as good as possible, but then we're taking another step in really trying to network behind it as well, to expand their network, to get the message to the right audience, and we're trying to be sure of that as well. It's no guessing game. Lastly, the tools we use for this is Sales Navigator, LinkedIn, of course. We are trying to amplify it by LinkedIn ads. We try to use digital marketing, and we also have email or LinkedIn DMs to follow up. Of course, it all happens in a gradual pace, but we start small, we test the right hypothesis, and we're trying to increase from there. So that is our way of doing thought leadership in combination with networking and sales. And in the next videos, I'm going to talk about the use cases and how actually thought leadership ads on LinkedIn work.